Hello friends, Ajay from Optimus Coaching. Continuing from our previous video, today let's discuss how to optimize our energy so we can show up fully in our love and work. You need to be an exemplar to your kids. Kids will learn from what you do, not from what you say or what you ask them to do. Your weekly plan should include things which will activate your and your kids' energy. Recently, I was doing some gardening and bought some food seeds, tiny seeds. They have so much dormant energy within, and when they are given right environment, it sprouts and plants and expresses its life force. And after a few years, it turns into a huge tree. That small seed, if it was left in the pocket in the packet, couldn't have lived to its potential. We also have dormant energy or dormant life forces within us. We just need to do the work and provide an environment so it can be activated. That's the theme for today's video. Let's discuss how to activate or optimize our energy so we can show up fully in our love and work category. So, first and the most fundamental thing to look after is what we eat. So I'm not a nutrition expert, but whatever I'm discussing here is based on what has worked for me. One thing which I started doing is having a balanced diet, mainly different colored vegetable and seasonal food. And one thing which I stopped doing is stop taking sugar. Sugar they call is a cancer candy. It's candy for your cancer cells. Also, I gave up processed food. So about the processed food, they say is check the shelf life of the food you are eating. The longer the shelf life of a product, shorter is your life. So food is a big topic, and we'll cover more on it in future videos. But think about one thing you can start doing food wise, and one thing you will stop doing food wise to energize yourself and your kid's body. So the next thing is movement. So movement includes exercise as well. So a lot of people go to gym in a car, exercise for 30 minutes, 45 minutes, then get into their car, go to office, sit whole day, and come back from office, come back home, and then sit in front of TV in a sofa and watch TV. So they were just active for few minutes in a day. Rest of the day they were sedentary, not moving. So you need to look for opportunities to move for movement, I non-exercise movement throughout your day. So obvious thing is are like parking the car further away from your entrance. Most of us sit almost all the day while working, and being sedentary has long-term negative effect on our health. One of the things which I started doing is moving every 25 to 30 minutes, just getting up from the chair, walking around the office, or just bit of stretching or any small moment. Just get up from your chair every 25 minutes. That's it. Sleep. So a question for you, do you want to be energized or entertained? In today's world, the number one thing which is stopping us from a good re-energizing sleep is technology. If you're blowing up your mind with stimulus, I that is watching TV before going to the bed, then you will find hard to get into deep sleep. My question to you, don't we have enough drama in our life that you want to watch other people's drama? Think about it. If you want to wake up energized, then decide what is more important, energy or entertainment. I started to monitor my sleep and had have at least 7.5 to 8 hours of sleep every night and reduced my input. That is, I stopped technology usage 1 hour before bedtime. And it has made a huge difference in my sleep, the quality of my sleep, and how I turn up next day. Most people I speak to, they say, we don't have time to sleep, get enough sleep. So I remember a story of a wood chopper. So he was struggling to cut a tree with his axe. So a wise man saw him and advised him to sharpen his axe, but the woodcutter said he doesn't have time to sharpen his blade. Poor guy. Doesn't know that if he sharpens his blade, he will cut the wood faster and will have more time. We are in the same boat. We think sleep is waste of time, but it's quite opposite. If you don't sleep properly, you will end up making mistakes, will be low in energy, and hence take longer to do things. So next thing which gives us energy is breathing and meditation. So think about it. First thing we do when we get into our life is to breathe, and the last thing we do in our life is to breathe. And between those two breaths, we never bother to observe our breath. So the proper way of breathing is breathing through your nose to your belly, which is a deep breath, and then exhaling longer than your inhale. So most people breathe through their mouth and they breathe very shallow breath. So deep breath calms you. When you breathe shallow, you are in fight and flight mode, which drains up your energy. So remember to deep breath. So the takeaway from this session, if you have any, is I'll ask you to think about one thing you'll start doing which will have a major impact in your life, energy wise, and one thing which you will stop doing, which will have a major impact in your life. For me, it was observing my sleep, sorry, nearly 8 hours of sleep every night and stopping sugar. So, and the other thing which I want to highlight is if people fail to implement a plan on a given day, they kick themselves. They feel guilty. But I'll say, don't, you have not failed. Don't kick yourself. Just learn from it and plan for the next day. And happy, energetic planning. Till next time.